The top of the morning to you, and welcome to this short PRINCE2 timeline training. My name is Frank Turley from Belgium, and the main objective of this short training is to show you how a PRINCE2 project works from a timeline point of view. This information is important to know before you start a PRINCE2 course, and it's also a good way to revise PRINCE2. If you like this video, then please leave a comment, share the link, and click on like, and so on. At the end of the course, I will also mention other PRINCE2 material that you can use to help you to continue learning PRINCE2. Before we start, I would like to issue a warning. Following this short video course will make you more attractive. Introduction. The objective of this short course is to provide an overview of a typical project and show how a project starts and what happens next. Show the type of decisions that upper management make. Show the type of information that upper management need to make those decisions. Provide an overview of what the project manager does. Show when requirements are gathered in a project. This is not just at the start like so many people believe. Show how big projects are broken up into manageable chunks, and also show where the products get created by the development team. Topic: how a project starts. The trigger to start the project is the project mandate. As you can see from the diagram, it appears from outside the project, most likely from some person with authority or a big car. This document is just an idea and may hold a little or a lot of information. It should provide some information on the reasons for the project and, if possible, any other information required for the project brief document. The starting up a project process, or SU for short, is the first process in a PRINCE2 project. You can see at the bottom of the diagram that this process will take about 1 week, and some people will be invited to meetings and workshops and so on. First, I would like to introduce you to this diagram that I will be using in the rest of the video. There are 3 levels in a PRINCE2 project. Level 1 is where the project board sit, and this is where they make all the decisions. Level 2 is where the project manager works. They run the project on behalf of the project board and create and update the majority of project documents to help run the project. Level 3 is where the teams work and create the products that the users need. At the bottom of this diagram, I will suggest a sample timeline for the project. This will make it easier to see how a project works and how much time is spent on starting up a project compared to planning and running a stage. This is the key information in this video. Topic: starting up a project objectives. This SU process can also be referred to as the pre-project process. The main objectives of this process is to check if the idea is good from a strategic point of view. Companies can have many ideas for projects, and it's good to have a system to detect low-value projects and only allow good projects to continue. We document our findings into a document called the project brief. Therefore, the input for this starting up a project process is the project mandate document, and the main output is the project brief. Now, you may be thinking, why bother to document a bad idea? Well, someone may have a similar idea again in 12 months, so it will be good to see if anything has changed. For example, perhaps the technology has now moved on, or market conditions have improved. Last comment. Companies that have a mature attitude towards project management will provide a budget to consider ideas for projects and see this as a good investment to detect both high-level ideas and label low-level ideas. Starting up a project outputs. The main outputs of this SU process are the project brief, which contains the outline of the business case, the project product description, which can be a 1 to 2 page description of the main product being produced. And we can also have other information like how the project aligns with the organization strategy, high-level positions in the project team, high-level risks, and so on. Then we have the initiation stage plan, which is a plan for the initiation stage. The SU process is considered to be outside the project. In other words, the SU process is a pre-project process. PRINCE2 states that the project does not really start until the project board takes their first decision, which will happen next. Topic: the project board first decision. The very first decision for the project board is to consider whether to allow the initiation stage to start. This is known as Authorize initiation. The project board determines whether the project is worth doing, so desirable or viable, and also checks and approves a plan for the initiation stage. Timing. The starting up a project process can be very short compared to the rest of the project. In this example, the project is about 8 months long, and it shows that the SU process is about 1 week. Note, these figures are just to give you an idea and will differ from project to project. Topic: initiating a project process or the initiation stage. After the first project board decision, the project manager uses the approved initiation stage plan to run the initiation stage. A better name for the initiation stage would be the planning stage. This is the first stage of the project. The initiation stage has the following main outputs that form part of the project initiation documentation, or PID for short. They are the 4 strategy documents, which are risk, quality, communication, and configuration management. These describe how these will be done during the project. Then, the product descriptions, which document the requirements. The project plan, this is a high-level plan for the whole project. The business case document, this is the responsibility of the executive. Project controls, describing how the project will be controlled. And lastly, roles and responsibilities, plus the project management team structure. Topic: the project board second and third decisions. At the end of the initiation stage, the project board is ready to make their second and third decisions, which is whether to allow the project to continue. The project board will review most of the information in the project initiation documentation, or PID for short, especially the business case, which includes an overview of the risks, benefits, and return on investment information. They will also review the project plan and the plan for the next stage of the project. If the project board agrees, they will authorize the project, which is their second decision. Note, this does not mean that the project manager can now run the rest of the project. The project manager must still get permission to start each stage. So the third decision is to authorize the next stage, which allows the project manager to continue to the next stage. Timing. The initiation stage is where most of the initiating a project process activities are done. It is longer than the SU process and usually not as long as a normal stage, but again, this depends on the type of project. It could be much longer. In the example above, the initiation stage is 4 weeks, while the next stage is 8 weeks. Topic: controlling a stage. This is also the first delivery stage. Controlling a stage is where the project manager does most of their day-to-day work. They mainly do the following activities: give out work to the team managers in work packages, then check up on the status of these work packages and accept the work packages back when complete. They continually review the stage status, so where they are now compared to the stage plan. They provide regular updates to the project board. They capture and examine issues and risks and escalate to the project board if necessary. And they take corrective action to solve smaller issues within their tolerance. Topic: the managing a stage boundary process. As you can see in the diagram, the stage boundary process, or SB for short, starts towards the end of the stage and before the controlling a stage process ends. The objectives of the stage boundary process are to prepare the following information for the project board so they can make a better decision. The end stage report, so how well the stage did compared to the stage plan. The next stage plan, a plan for the next stage that still needs to be approved by the project board. They update the business case and the project plan with actuals to date. And optionally, they can also update the benefits review plan. So they check and update if expected benefits have or have not been realized. Topic: the next project board decision. At the end of the stage, the project board will do the following. Review the current stage, so mainly using the end stage report. Compare the progress of the project so far with the baseline project plan. Review the business case to see if the project is still viable and worth doing. Check the next stage plan, which is a plan the project manager will use to run the next stage. Review the benefits review plan and compare expected benefits with actual so far. If the project board is satisfied, then they will take the decision that PRINCE2 calls Authorize the next stage, so the project manager can continue with the next delivery stage. Timing. In this example, the delivery stage is 8 weeks long. This will of course depend on the type of project, and you will learn more about this in the planning team of the foundation course. Topic: the next delivery stages. Projects can have more than 2 stages, and they are all separated by a project board decision, as the project board uses stages to maintain control of the project. As you can see from this example, the current delivery stage follows the same management pattern as the previous stage. The main differences between the 2 stages will be the content of the work packages given to the teams to develop. The project board decision. The project board will carry out the same activities when making this decision as described at the end of the last stage. Timing. In this example, the current stage is the same length as the last stage, and again, this can vary depending on the project. The project board can also decide to shorten the stages if they want more control of the project, and vice versa. Topic: the last delivery stage and closing a project. The project will continue until all delivery stages are complete, and it will be closed at the end of the last stage. A tip: the closing a project process is always the last part of the last stage. Normally towards the end of a stage, the stage boundary process is used to report on the current stage and plan the next one. As you can see, the closing a project process is used towards the end of the last stage. The closing a project process is where the project manager prepares the project for closure. The objectives of this process are to update the project plan to show what has and has not been delivered and approved, hand over products, obtain acceptance, and create the end project report, and if necessary, check if expected benefits have been realized and update the benefits review plan. The last thing that the project manager will do is to recommend project closure to the project board. Therefore, it is not the project manager that closes the project. Timing. In this example, this stage is 9 weeks, and the closing a project process is done over a period of 2 weeks. Again, this is just an example, and it will be different on each project. Topic: Authorize project closure. The last decision the project board will take is to close the project. This is known as Authorize project closure. Before taking this decision, they will do the following. Review the baseline documents, such as the business case and the project plan, with the current documents to see how the project has performed compared to the original goals. They will confirm that the products have been accepted and signed off. They can check that lessons learned report and hand it over to somebody so it can be used for future projects. And if necessary, review the benefits review plan and compare expected benefits with actuals. That is it. The PRINCE2 project is now officially closed, and it's time for the project manager to take the project team out to celebrate. You will notice that only evil companies do not do this. Timeline summary. The objective of this project timeline were to show a PRINCE2 project from a timeline point of view, give you an idea of how the processes may relate to each other, again from a timeline point of view. What is the starting up a project process and its objectives? Show how the project board participate in a project and the decisions they make. Show which processes are done once and more than once. Show how the project is closed, how the closing a project process is part of the last stage, and who closes the project. Topic: Other PRINCE2 training material. You can also get the following material free from our website. A full introduction course. This is by far the best PRINCE2 pre-course. It is just 1 hour and is available in video or audio, PDF or Q&A formats. Next, the PRINCE2 training manual. This manual is focused on the PRINCE2 Foundation syllabus and is therefore much easier to read than reading the official reference manual. It also includes lots of examples to help explain new topics. This is the most widely used training manual for PRINCE2. Our PRINCE2 sample project helps to answer the most common question asked by people trying to learn or use PRINCE2. And this question is, can we see an example of a PRINCE2 project? This is also very useful for people who are following the Practitioner course and also when applying PRINCE2. Next, the PRINCE2 Foundation flashcards. This is a good way to test your knowledge, and you can use these on your PC, tablet, or smartphone. If you are interested in the PRINCE2 Foundation course, we can also offer the PRINCE2 Foundation exam and self-study. You can now do the Foundation exam from your own home or office, which makes it much easier. The Foundation self-study course contains a full video course, the Foundation training manual, the Foundation Q&A workbook, which will guarantee you get more than 70% in the exam, more than 500 sample questions, and lots more. So we have reached the end, and I hope you're still awake. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your comments. You can also contact me if you like at frankturley@mplaza.pm. Bye for now.